Wow. We are straight up live. Look at that, boys. Let's light this candle the proper way, huh?
Today?
Headquarters. What is it?
Well, it's a big building where generals meet, but that's not important right now.
Wow. Good to be back. Nice to be back. Sure. We don't have Marco yet, and Matt's out of town. I don't think Matt's joining us tonight, right?
No, he's not. He's got an early wake up. He's 3 hours ahead.
Matt, if you're listening to this, fuck you, you pussy.
Not safe.
So Matt is out on set, and because he's out on set, he was supposed to join us because he's supposed to have tomorrow off, right? And then they called him at the last minute and were like, hey, can you work tomorrow? Which is the nature of being on set, is
you can't turn that down.
Right. No, you can't turn it. So Matt has to get up tomorrow, and he's got a short turnaround. I'm gonna tell you right now, working on set, they beat you like a rented mule, for sure. There's been so many people I know that literally like get off, drive a long ass way home, crawl into bed only to wake up like 2 hours later and crawl back in the car to drive out to set to be like, they only have to give you, I depending, I've heard 8-hour turnaround. I've heard 10-hour turnaround. I've heard, so imagine if you're working an hour and a half from home. So you got to drive an hour and a half home.
Yeah.
And you got to try and get to sleep unless you slept in the car on the way home and crashed and died.
Fucking, unless you have one of those Teslas and you're just like,
yeah.
But when you were working,
what
was your turnaround time?
I was non-union, so our turnaround time was fuck you, get here in the morning.
Oh, fuck, really? I think
yeah.
ours was 9 or 10 hours, or fuck, was it 12? No, I think it was 10 hours. 9 to 10.
Yeah, it's probably 10.
Dude, during the riots?
Oh, you mean as a cop, your turnaround time?
Yeah. That's a cop.
Oh. Yeah, our turnaround time was, they had to give you 8 hours.
Okay, so ours was a little bit longer, just because it was such a vast area and they knew where people lived.
Right.
But they had to make sure drive time and everything, you had a minimum of 8 hours of sleep. So they would give you like 10 or 9, whatever, for commuting.
Yeah.
During the riots, shit went out the fucking window. They were like, yeah, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're going against policy. And so you were running like 2-3 hours of sleep, maybe.
Right.
For 14 days straight. Bro,
Well,
I was driving, because they would stagger you. You go one day down in the riots, one day on patrol, one day down at the riots, one day down on patrol, or try to give you a break from it. And I was like, fuck, the break is the riots. Let me go to the riots and have fun. It keeps me awake. Don't give me a patrol. I was literally sitting there driving on a street, crowded fucking street. And I'm sitting there like, I'm asleep, but I'm awake. You know, when you have that, when you're just so tired that you're fucking awake, your eyes are glazed. But
microsleep, dude. Microsleep. Yeah. You go a mile on the freeway and you have no idea how you went. Like, you don't remember going that distance. They call it microsleep.
My partner started yelling at me. He's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? And I wasn't waking up. And I was like, what? And we're going through a red light. And I was like, oh, fuck. I turned the lights on real quick. I was like, fuck. Grab the thing. I was like, I'm acting like I'm talking. Take a
I'm not going to say I've ever turned the lights on in my police car to avoid
holy shit
asshole for accidentally committing a traffic violation. But
I had to.
Not saying I haven't either.
So. I relinquished control. I was like, you're driving. I can't.
Yeah.
So that's why
it sucks, dude. It sucks. Like getting pulling up car to car, right? And then you're like, okay, dude, just give me half an hour. Just watch me sleep for a half an hour. And your buddy watches you for like half an hour. And then maybe if he's cool, you get like 45 minutes because he's playing Tetris or Words with Friends or something on his phone. And then like he wakes up, he's like, all right, bro. All right, you watch me. And then you watch him for like a half an hour,
Right.
40 minutes, and
Did you guys work
like
L cars
somewhere. What's that?
You guys worked L cars, 1-man units.
Yeah, we had to. Well,
Yeah.
we didn't call them L cars. They're very specific agency, boy.
There's other agencies that call it that in California.
No, there's only one.
Oh, I swear to God, there's other ones.
Okay.
I swear. I promise you.
For us, this is kind of a weird, weird thing to talk about, I guess. But we had Adam cars were single man hoops. Yeah. So an A car was a single man hoop. A B car, a boy unit, was a 2-man hoop. So any training, you most likely you were a training car if you were a boy unit. Most likely.
I've never heard of a boy unit. I've never. It's weird.
Yeah. So it's
Other than bomb squad.
well, that's because your agency doesn't use the B designator.
No.
But every agency in our county used the B designator. Every agency in the county south of us used the B designator as a 2-man unit.
Right.
And then the X-ray designation was an extra car, so you didn't have.
That's what ours was.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then let's see. I was a NORA unit, so narcotics.
Yeah, we have that.
And then David units were detectives, but for
Yeah. Ours are William.
Yeah, and then there was let's see what else were there. Shoot, what else do we have? NORA units, David units. They called them motors instead. I wish they'd have called them Mary units, but they called them motor. So it was like 48 motor 1, 48 motor 2. And it should have been Mary because, like, come on, 7 Mary 3 and 4. That's chips right there.
Right. Yeah. There you go. You were talking about like you would pull up window to window and be like, "Hey, bro, just watch me sleep for a minute, and then I'll watch you sleep because you're working like graves or something."
Hey, Eric,
we were in 2-man cars. What's up, Eric? And we were in 2-man cars, and there'd be times where we'd be pulling like a back of a school, and we're like, "All right, hey, bro, I'm gonna catch some shut eye. Just watch me."
Right.
Like, all right. And next thing you know, you blast your fucking earpiece up so that if something wake you up. Next thing you know, you're like, "Oh fuck, been asleep for a hot minute. No one woke me up." You look over and your partner's, and you're like, "Oh fuck, dude, what time is it?" And then your fucking screen's lit up. Like, where are you? What are you doing? Like, oh fuck.
So I'm back. Right, Marco's not here right now. Matt's not here right now, but Matt's not going to be here tonight. Marco will be. But
hopefully,
right. Marco's single dad right now. His wife, like, literally, he texts me. He's like, "My wife just went out of town today, so I thought we were recording yesterday." So I thought I would share with you guys what one of the things I was doing this whole time was. And ladies and gentlemen, I would like to show you for the show I was doing. A friend of mine,
lesbian thing.
What? Yes, the lesbian thing.
I said lesbian, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
So, for those of you who didn't know, in fact, there was a listener that said he would. There was a listener that said he wanted to come, and then there was another. Well, there was actually more than one listener who said they wanted to come. Curtis says, "Fuck my goddamn life. Been waiting to catch a live. Just laid my ass to bed. But since I haven't had a chance, I just want to say, love you guys. And what you do is change the way I appreciate first responders and vets. Oh, and Chuck, drink faster. Drunk Chuck is a fuck Chuck. I think he means funny Chuck.
Okay, look.
Fun Chuck. There you go.
Okay, look. I don't remember that.
We haven't been all together to address that shit show.
Do you see this bottle right here?
Yeah.
That's a reminder.
That's a commemorative. Right.
So I went to go and pour out of it after that night, after I took a week off.
Right.
And I went to go pour a glass, and I poured a small one, literally like a 1.5 finger glass, like traditional. And I was like, okay, cool. Poured it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to pour another one a couple days later. and I went to go pour like a 2.5 finger because I was just having a shitty day. And I got a 1.5 finger fucking pour, and I was like, oh fuck, you can't see through this bottle. So I had no idea, and I didn't know how strong it was. I thought it was like the percentage of wine because it was a mixer. It was a mixed drink.
Uh-huh.
It's not. It's not like a Cutwater. It's a lot fucking stronger. It's 70 proof. It's like a bottle of Jack. Like that's the proof of it because a bottle of Jack is 70 proof. That
That's it?
motherfucker.
I
Yeah,
hate Jack.
I don't like it either. It tastes like bananas to me. I don't know why, bro. I apologize to everyone. I meant to get fucking tossed. I did not meant to fucking get tossed.
I've got the
Dude.
receipt. You guys, seriously, I texted Chuck. I'm like, bro, you got to slow down. And he's like, okay. And then he sped up.
Well, like, because I already had it in my glass, so I was like, I'll just drink it slower. And then as you're talking, you're just fucking drinking. You're not paying attention. Kind of like how a fat guy eats a sandwich.
You channeled your inner fat kid.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
And you just get fucking wrecked. And
Yeah.
that's broke a record.
Mhm.
That's the fastest I have ever drank a fucking bottle like that in my life because I had no idea how much was left in the fucking bottle. It was an accident. Was not planned.
Yeah.
I've never done that before. That was a mythical fucking time. I didn't even know I puked. I woke up in the morning and I look at my wife and I was like, hey, did we watch a show last night? She's like, are you fucking serious? And I was like, yeah. What do we watch? Because I didn't remember it. I fell asleep, I think. And she's like, I fucking hate you. And I had to clean up your throw up before I went to work at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
And,
you were wrecked. That's a
all over the
long
bathroom.
for those of you that were here for that. That was it. There's a long story behind it, and
there's also some other shit I'm not gonna get into.
everybody gets a freebie. Sometimes you just fuck up. Chuck, social lubricant, booze. Thank you, Eric.
Dude.
So I finished my show. And for those of you that have listened for a while or new, occasionally I get a busy schedule because I'll do plays, right? I've acted and sang and stuff my whole life. Marco, Matt, and I were in a band in high school. Like I still wish I could find the video of me, Matt, and Marco playing our high school graduation, like end of the year. It was an end of the year English class party, and it was a toga party because we had just finished reading Julius Caesar from Shakespeare. And so Matt, Marco, and I played a backyard party hosted by our English teacher. Like literally the English teacher was like, we're gonna have an end of the year toga party to celebrate finishing Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. And then somehow my band with Marco and Matt ended up getting asked to play at this backyard party. And there's a video of it somewhere. Matt was singing Nirvana, like I was singing Ugly Kid Joe. It was pretty epic for high schoolers. Anyway, Shelby, the other two sluts, you missed it. You might have been late, but Matt is on set in North Carolina, and so he's unable to make it tonight. Marco is running late as usual because he's single dad mode right now. So usually it's because he can't get out of the tattoo shop in time, but tonight it's because his wife went out of town on business, I think, and so he is trying to get the kids to go to sleep so he can get into the damn garage. So anyway, so I'm back. That's what kind of part of the reason we missed last week for you guys is it was just Marco had stuff. I was gone. Matt was flying to North Carolina. Like it was just a shit show. So for those of you who don't know, I just finished this run of I was performing as King Arthur in Monty Python's Spam-A-Lot. And if you don't know what it is, did you get to? Well, I'll ask you later, Chuck. But if you don't know what it is, if you've never seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, first of all, how dare you watch this show if you've never seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail? And second of all, This is a stage adaptation musical version of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Yeah, Curtis gets it. Tis only a flesh wound. So here is I thought so. A guy I know came to see the show, and you're not supposed to take photos, but he just happened to sneak a couple of photos from the audience, and so here is me and my friend James as Arthur and Patsy on stage in front of the castle in Monty Python's Spamalot. So that was we got to do, just Curtis, just so you know, we got to do the whole Black Knight sword fight. We legit, I cut his arms off, I cut his legs off. We had some pretty goofy, fun special effects. We made fake arms. In fact, I think I have a picture of me. Let me see if I can bring this up. So I'm pretty sure I have a picture. There's a musical number later on in the show, and Patsy and a bunch of other characters joined me out on stage to sing this song. And you can see the Black Knight. So let me see if I can find this picture. If you want to see, "'Tis but a flesh wound." Here is the Black Knight with his special effects, with his legs and arms chopped off. Anyway, so there you go. There's the Black Knight. No arms, no legs. I mean, obviously those are his legs because you can't. It's really hard to chop somebody's legs off in live theater multiple times a night to fake it. So
it looks really good.
Yeah, we had a good time. It was a real good time. So I'm back from that. But one of the things that, well, shoot, I guess we should just start. Welcome to the Locker Room. I'm Tom.
I'm Chuck.
And Marco will be here eventually. And Matt will not. So there we are. There's a lot going on. It just seems like every week we just have so many things to talk about. And some of it law enforcement and military related, and some of it not. The single moms just keep giving us gold. We talked about the Senate staffer who got caught having sex. But here's one that I wanted to talk about tonight. Have you heard about the Indiana couple who had their child taken away from them by child services for misgendering their own child?
This happened in Indiana, not Canada?
No, Indiana. So
that's wild. No, what the fuck? Because he misgendered?
Yeah, so I just looked up child taken away. Parents warn nation after child is removed from home for improper pronoun usage. Okay. Yes, we do. Yeah, Phoenix, we have the single moms. We always have the single moms. They give us nothing but joy and pleasure. So here you go. This is Indiana. Ladies and gentlemen, Indiana, not India, not Canada, not the People's Republic of China, not this was Indiana, as in
wild.
Indianapolis. Okay. A Catholic couple in Indiana is asking the Supreme Court to hold the state accountable for keeping their child out of their home after they declined to use his chosen name and pronouns. In MCNJC versus Indiana Department of Child Services, Mary and Jeremy Cox are appealing to the United States Supreme Court after they were investigated by Indiana officials for refusing to refer to their son using pronouns and a name inconsistent with his biological sex. Let's see. Arguing the state courts allowed Indiana to keep the child from living in his parents' home due to their disagreement with the child's gender identity because of their religious beliefs. Notably, upon completing the investigation, ready? Upon completing the investigation, the state determined the allegations of abuse against Mary and Jeremy were, drum roll please, unsubstantiated, but still argued that the disagreement over gender identity was distressing to their child. Apparently, this kid had some depression issues, some eating disorder issues. He's a teenage kid with gender dysphoria. How do you think he's not going to have? It does not say his actual age. Vice President and Senior Counsel at Beckett told Fox News that no parent should ever have to endure what Mary and Jeremy have been forced to go through. Quote, keeping a child away from loving parents because their religious beliefs, even when the state admits there was no abuse or neglect, is wrong, and it's against the law. The court should take this case and make clear that other states can't take children away because of ideological disagreements. So here's the nuts and bolts. Should have punched him in the dick to remind him of his real gender. Yeah, give him a Hertz donut. You ever have a Hertz donut, Chuck? When I was a kid, my dad would be like, do you want a Hertz donut? And I was like, a donut? Yeah, I'll take a donut. And he'd punch me really hard and go, Hertz donut. Anyway, in 2019, Mary and Jeremy's son told them that he identified as a girl, but in line with their Catholic religious beliefs that God created human beings with an immutable sex, male or female, they did not believe in referring to him using pronouns and a name inconsistent with his biology. In addition, the Coxes, I love the fact that the Coxes believed their son was struggling with underlying mental health conditions. You think
punched him in the Coxes,
including an eating disorder. So basically, this kid has an eating disorder, which give him man boobs, and so
he sees foods and he eats it.
Right, that's his eating disorder. No, you cannot make this shit up, Phoenix. Okay,
hand and mouth disease.
So in 2021, in 2021, dude, 3 effing years ago, Indiana officials began investigating the Coxes. Wait, the Coxes. After a report found they were not referring to their child by his preferred gender identity, removing the teen from their custody and placing him in a, quote, gender-affirming home. Despite the unsubstantiated claims of abuse, they claimed that the Coxes made the child's eating disorder worse, even though it actually worsened after he was removed from the home and placed in a gender-affirming care home.
Wow.
The Attorney General for Indiana told Fox News, quote, we always protect parental rights and religious liberty. Well, no, you fucking don't. Clearly.
No.
That's me speaking.
It almost sounds like Canada.
Yeah, quote, neither we nor the Indiana courts believe that the state can remove a child because of a parent's religious beliefs, views about gender identity, or anything of the sort. Our office is fulfilling our statutory duty to defend this state agency and keep an oath I swore when I took office. As the record shows, this state agency acted not on the use of pronouns, but because of the child's extreme eating disorder. So you're going to fucking take a kid away because he's got an eating disorder? You're going to fucking take a child away because he's got an eating disorder. And he goes, Mom, look at my man tits. I want to be a girl. Look, I have titties. I must be a girl. Even though my last name is Cox. Oh, Eric Cox, any relation? I didn't even. Damn. Phoenix on fire tonight. I guess Phoenix is on fire. Cox is related to Cox. As the record shows, the Indiana governor sets Department of Child Services policy and hires those employees. I am very sympathetic to the parents, and everyone who follows my work as Attorney General knows that I am the biggest defender and proponent of parental rights.
He's the biggest Cox.
What the flying fuck, dude?
Dude, that's crazy. Did you hear about Canada? That's just along this line. This year,
I mean, I know it's north of us. My mom's from there. That's all I've heard.
They basically said parents have no parental rights.
What now?
the rights are for the children. Children have rights. Like we protect our children. The children's have rights. The parents don't have parental rights. They're
So their
raising.
courts have decided that children's rights are paramount and trump the rights of a parent to be a parent.
Something like that. Yeah,
Wow.
it's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Because
Yeah.
that's
And it's
interesting.
along the
because
same lines as
according
this
to
shit.
according to Section 2A of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, parents have the constitutional right, parenthetical 4, to determine all aspects of their children's education, including choosing a religious education. This right can be restricted when those decisions go against the best interests of the child. So there's your little escape clause right there. This right can be restricted when it goes against the best interests of the child. Well, who fucking decides that?
The fucking parent decides what's the best interest, not the fucking government. Or this isn't the CCP. This isn't fucking communist China, dude. This isn't. Nah, dude. What the fuck? I'd have been like, you better get the fuck off my property.
Yeah, for sure.
Motherfucker, get out of
Well,
my house.
So that brings up an interesting point, is because of that kid, Crumley, I hate to say his name, but the parents of a school shooter,
Yep.
uh,
Yep.
Jennifer Crumley,
Mhm.
was
She's going to prison.
sentenced to prison, or well,
Mhm.
I don't think she was convicted of involuntary manslaughter in the based on the fact that her son went to school and shot up the place.
Right.
Now, interestingly enough, the father, his trial is being held separately from the mother. Okay, so they tried the parents separately, which is interesting. And they are trying to exclude evidence from the father's trial that was allowed in at the mother's trial, which it's pretty bananas when I read the stuff that was allowed in at the mother's trial. And I understand why the father is trying to. Now, here's the thing. I am fully prepared to say that there are times when parents should be held accountable for the actions of their kids if they're fucking negligent in being parents. I don't have any problems with that whatsoever. Okay, so let me get that on records right now. But like anything, it's a fucking slippery slope. And we need to be very, 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 very careful about doing that. So James Crumley is the dad. And he is basically saying that his son's journals and statements to other, like he text messages, like statements via text to his friend saying, I told my parents I needed help and they just wouldn't help me. And now I'm going to have to shoot up the school. Right? So those statements and texts were allowed in, they were admissible at the mother's trial. But guess what? The son, who's already been convicted and sentenced to life without parole, he refused to testify. He refused to testify. So what does that mean? If the texts and the statements to the friend, the letter to the friend, say that I asked my parents for help and they wouldn't help me and now I have to shoot up the school. If those statements are being made by the kid, then effectively the kid is the accuser in that instance. He's making statements about the parents.
Right.
And if he refuses to testify, the father's lawyers are rightfully arguing that does not allow the father to confront his accuser because his son's accusing him of not doing anything. And so they're inadmissible. Well, they were admissible in the mom's trial. And so now they're saying, okay, then how about you let us bring in testimony, medical testimony from a psychiatrist who took notes during interviews with the shooter. And in those interviews, the shooter admits to the psychiatrist that he lied to his friend about telling his parents what was going on with him. So
Wow.
the court system is now stacking the deck against the parents saying, well, this evidence we're going to allow in because it makes you look guilty. However, we're not going to let you question your son on the stand because he's refusing to testify. So we can just use that evidence against you and you can't question it whatsoever. But the evidence that tends to disprove your son's testimony or your son's evidence, we're not going to allow that in because that's medical testimony. And he hasn't agreed to allow that in. What the bullshit?
That's fucking
Here's the
wild.
thing. I'm fine with charging these parents. I'm even fine with them going to prison if they were negligent and they ignored their child, because there is plenty of evidence to show it from what I've read that these parents may have been negligent. I mean, they bought the kid the gun. He drew some pretty disturbing shit and did some pretty disturbing shit at school, and they wouldn't even take him home. They were called to the school the day this shit happened and we're like, hey, you should probably take him home. And they're like, no, he's fine. And they left him there. And then
Oh fuck.
yeah. So I'm not saying the parents shouldn't be held accountable. They should absolutely be held accountable because he's a child.
100%.
But this is where I fall on like the gender affirming care shit. If I can tell you you can't cut your penis or your boobs or your whatever off, I can also tell you come the fuck home and I'm going to beat your ass for threatening the school, right? Like right? Okay. But at the same time, if you don't, then we're going to fucking charge your ass. So I don't have any problem with that.
What gets me is they didn't take their fucking kid home and they didn't take his gun away. Like, if your kid's acting weird and drawing weird shit at school and is fucking acting off, and the school's like, yeah, you shouldn't be here, why aren't you locking that shit up and taking shit away from him and getting him the help he needs and sending him to fucking therapy?
Okay,
Why
Curtis,
would you
I
just
need
leave
some,
him there?
I need some clarification. You say, where's the line drawn? Where is the line drawn for what? For charging parents or for parenting? Because to me, I fucking own you until you turn 18. And then once you turn 18, if you live in my house is not a hotel. You will do what I say and you will live by my rules because it is my house. And if you don't want to, you are 18, go join the service, go get a job, get the fuck out. It's fine. I'm okay. I love you. I will be supportive of you, but I will not support you. So I'm curious to what do you mean? Both, I mean, aren't the symbiotic. Yeah. So there's the relationship, right? So you can't, I think what you're talking about is you can't have your cake and eat it too, right? You can't tell the parents they don't have rights over the child. They don't have complete control over the child, and they don't have ultimate say in the child's life. And then turn around and say, but also if your child does something shitty, we're going to send you to prison for it. You can't do that. That's bullshit. If you're going to charge parents with what their child does, then they have to have absolute control over that child. If you are going to say that the child's rights, like fucking Canada, trump the parents' rights, then no, you can't charge the parents with a crime. I 100% agree if that's what you're saying, because that's bullshit. So I don't know. Do you would you have charged the parents? I'm fine with charging the parents. Fuck them. Like you if you're negligent in raising your child and you let him go to school, you bought him a gun when he's all fucked up. Like, what the hell? You know? I don't know. Maybe I'm full of shit. Maybe somebody, if I'm full of shit, tell me in the chat I'm full of shit.
I would have, after hearing what you said, like the school was calling him, regardless of what the therapist says, regardless of him lying to the fucking therapist, the parents willfully bought him a firearm, knew that he was troubled mentally, knew all these challenges. Instead of getting him help and taking that weapon away from him and locking it up in a fucking safe like it should be at all times, unless you're going to go hunting or target practice or whatever under parental supervision, and not listening to the school, like, oh, just fuck it, just leave them there. Like, at some point, like, there needs to be some sort of action taken. Cause like, I know for us in law enforcement, if you leave a weapon out in the house, say you leave it on your nightstand because that's where you're used to sleeping with it, right? You leave it on the nightstand, you pick it up, you put it in your waistband in the morning or throw it in your go bag and you go to work. And you always leave it there. You never put it in a safe. And then you have kids and you still have that same mentality. I'm just going to leave it there. And they grab that and they kill one of their siblings. You are now liable for not properly locking up your firearm, and you can be held accountable for that death. And you go to prison for it. And that's what they tell us going through the academy. So it's the same fucking thing. Like,
let me ask you this: do you think kids can be born bad?
Huh?
Do you think kids can be born bad? Rotten, like evil?
No, I don't think so. I think everyone is born innocent. You know, if you're religious, I mean, there's like two sides to it. You know, like this is not your first life. This is multiple lives. You know, like the spiritual shit, and you know, you go up and you look at what you did, and you see, okay, I need to improve on this. I want to go do this, and then you go back down into a body at whenever you choose to go down, and there's that whole side to it. But I believe that you're born innocent, and it's a learned behavior, just like racism and things like that are a learned behavior. They're not something that you're born with. You know, you see those videos of the kids and they're all playing. It doesn't care what color the other kid is. They're just playing because they're having fun because they're kids and they have a common interest. It's learned behavior as they're growing older from their parents, siblings, and relatives that create a bias in them. So it's the same thing when it comes to, I believe, when it comes to being evil. You see that shit perpetrated. Like there was a video the other day on Instagram or Facebook where this little child was walking around with a fucking pistol pointing at people going, give me your money, give me your money, give me your money. Mm-hmm. And the kid's like 2.5, 3. And then you hear the parents in the background who are not well educated and they sound like morons. And they're like, oh, that's so funny.
Oh, bro, are you talking about the kids part, the gangster themed child's birthday party? Did you see that one?
I did. Yeah. I think this is a different video.
Hey,
fucking dead asleep. Holy shit. Sorry, guys.
No, it's all right. You jumped in the middle. So here's my take. We were talking about the kid who shot up the school. His parents were being charged for what he did.
Blame Canada.
We already did.
Yeah.
So here's my take on it. People have asked me, are people born good or are they born evil? And I don't think they're born either. I think they're born selfish. I think everyone is born completely self-interested. The level of your self-interest, right? The level of selfishness. Some people are narcissistically like wired to be self-interested and you know, I mean, you look at how people on the autism spectrum, their motivations and my son has a hard time understanding how his actions affect other people, right? He just does.
Right. Yeah.
And that's not to say he's bad. That's to say his brain is wired very introspectively. Like how do things affect me? And it what happens outside of him, he has to have it explained to him via analogy. Like movies are a huge thing. TV is a huge thing for my son to see via story, via something he can relate to, how things affect other people. Right?
Man, I've met some, especially since my kids are young. Obviously, your kids are older. You know, my kids are young. And Chuck, you have a broad spectrum of ages happening in your household, right?
I do. High school to infant.
And being a tattoo artist, I age demographic for that is 18 and up. Man, I have met some bell tower motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have met some like, but and it's just like the honest truth is, you are one catastrophic event. You're maintaining. Like I look at the motherfucker's eyes and I'm like, you're maintaining. I can see you're maintaining, but I can see like where a couple of
one bad day away from some serious shit.
One catastrophic event from like, your fucking mom holding your cat in the front yard getting ran over by a runaway semi away from hopping on top of a fucking bell tower with a 30-06 and blaming the world, for some shit. So, I mean, I'm with you, Thomas. I don't think people are necessarily born evil, But I do believe there's some evil motherfuckers out there. You know what I'm saying? There's some people out there with
how do you
you know,
channel the energy that you're born with, right? That's like if you're born with that selfish energy and it's channeled the wrong way, you know, maybe now I have met some kids that I literally go, no, that motherfucker's rotten to the core.
Oh yeah, I do some rotten ass motherfuckers.
Well,
Right.
I dealt with a kid, and because you brought up the autism thing, he was a child in his mental state, but he was a fucking full grown man. And we had been dealing with this individual for, I want to say 2.5 years, and it was starting to escalate. And after the third incident at their home, which was the second to last one before we arrested him, he had pepper sprayed his dad and beat the fuck out of him. And he was, I think he had Asperger's. And so we told him, we're like, hey, you need to get a hold of your son. That's escalating. This is going to end badly. You need to get him into put him into some sort of facility because you guys cannot manage him. And now he's gotten to the point where he is no longer a child. He may be a child in his mind with rationale, but this dude is a strong fucking man. And he was like 6 foot.
Oh, dude, you have man strength.
80. Dude, it was wild. Okay. You know what he did?
But
he took a fucking butcher knife, the last one he did, and he fucking tried to slaughter their fucking blind and deaf golden retriever. He went after the other one, but because the other one was always saw, because it had sight and vision and everything, it was a mean motherfucker. That golden retriever was the meanest dog I've ever met in my fucking life, because he grew up with this kid and knew that was a bad motherfucker. I got to stay away and I got to be mean to protect the family. And that dog wasn't injured, but the other one, who was just like a lamb to the slaughter, we get there and I got photos too on my phone I could send you, but dude, a fucking 12 or 14 inch butcher knife in the side of this fucking dog. And so I had to get there. We fucking hooked this motherfucker up. We sent him off. Long story short, dog lives, but they put him down because it's old and whatever. And so we arrest him and we send him to jail, and then he goes to court, and because the parents knew and everything, they remanded him not to jail, but to a psych facility. And the only reason why they did that is because every time we put him on a hold, the parents would take him off of the hold within 12 hours, because they would just take him home, be like, no, just sign him to our custody. He's fine. And like, he's not fine. He's committing crimes every day. Are
you ready to hear my story that goes similar to that one and how that goes wrong? And I may have mentioned this on the podcast if you go back and listen long enough. I went to the same dude going nuts, like batshit crazy, about 4 times, 5 times in about 18 months. And I was not the only cop who went.
Right.
We had multiple people, multiple shifts, multiple days. I would be gone. I'd be on my days off and they'd go. Right. So I would estimate we went 12, 16 times in 18 months. Like, so you're talking at least once a month, maybe more.
Right. Wow.
Right. This one dude, and he would routinely be in the neighbor's yard, butt ass naked, babbling gibberish, hiding in their garage, like with like a screwdriver, right? All kinds of shit. So when I would go there, he would fight, and he was always naked. They're always naked. They're always fucking naked.
But it was he oiled up though? But was he oiled up?
He was just sweaty.
You never catch me.
He was self-medicating with weed, right? Which is a hallucinogen in strong enough quantities. So now you've got a fucking person who's batshit crazy, self-medicating with a hallucinogen.
And hungry.
Right. And so we get to his house one time, and his parents call us. They're like, we cannot get him to take his fucking meds. We cannot get him to take his fucking meds. And he's in our house. He's wearing a jacket and no pants, no underwear. Like, he's naked except for a jacket.
But he's got a jacket on.
He's got a jacket on.
Fuck yeah. That's 1980s porn right there.
And a knife. Right?
And a knife.
And
so
a knife.
Jacket, butt naked,
He's like,
hungry and sweating. He's like, I'd fuck me. Would you fuck me?
Exactly. This is some Silence of the Lambs shit.
I'd fuck me hard.
And so this dude, this dude We go there, we fight him, we take him into custody. The parents are like, we don't know what the fuck to do. The mental health's like, make sure he takes his meds. Here you go. You can have him back. Right? There's no place to commit him. They just get him back on his meds, have him back. And so we all, as a department, we were all kind of meeting and we were all talking. We're like getting mental health involved. We're getting like, he's going to fucking go crazy. He's going to fucking go crazy.
What do you do?
Well, Christmas Eve. We get a call from a man on the south end of our town, just outside the city limits, always the south end, saying that he is being attacked. And so he comes home, him and his wife and his sister-in-law.
Is this the same neighborhood, different neighborhood?
Way different neighborhood.
Way different neighborhood. Okay.
Like miles away.
Okay, got it.
Comes home Christmas Eve, walks into they're living in like an elderly mobile home park. Walks in. As soon as they walk in, homeboy attacks the wife and the sister and murders them, stabs them to death.
Oh fuck.
Husband's like, holy shit, trying to fight him off. Husband runs out and hides. Suspect can't find the husband, so suspect takes off. Husband calls cops and's like, my wife and my sister-in-law are dead and I need the cops. Somebody just tried to kill us. He gives the description. We don't know who, like we're all points bulletin manhunt for this, person. And he matches the description of this dude. That was at like 10 o'clock at night, maybe 9 o'clock at night, something like that. 3 o'clock in the morning, a neighbor a family friend, sorry, not a neighbor, a family friend of the dude's family, the suspect's family, wakes up at 3 a.m. to him standing over his bed, bashing his head in with a crescent wrench.
Oh, fuck me, dude.
Is able to fight him off, call the cops, and subdue him. And our department gets there and takes him into custody. And then he gets charged with 2 counts of murder plus 1 count of attempted murder, or 2 counts of attempted murder on the husband and on the family friend. And both of those murders could have been prevented if we had a mental health system that would have said, yo, this motherfucker's crazy.
Just needs to stay
him up.
Yeah.
Lock him up. Done.
Yep.
So it's similar. It's similar to what the incident that we kind of dealt with, but he only fucking tried to kill the fucking dog and not anybody else in the house. Right. And the only reason why it didn't escalate further is because the judge was finally like, we had so much fucking evidence against this fucking kid, and we brought it. They're like, we're remanding him to a fucking facility, and I think it was fucking Ohio. Not even in the state of California. They said, fuck, get him out of the state. And because his parents would constantly check him out, and they're like, he's not getting checked out. He's there for the fucking rest of his life.
Yeah.
Because he's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Knucking futs, dude. Like,
dude, what the fuck? He goes in the house and fucking murders this dude's fucking sister-in-law. Holy shit.
And like
bashes his dad's head, tried to bash his dad's head in.
Yeah. So,
wow.
I think I'm going to go on the record by saying that I think he's misunderstood. Thomas, he was an artist. He was trying to express himself.
Just trying to paint the walls with blood.
You guys just don't get it, man.
I got some levity to lighten the situation. I got a story I've been dying to tell you guys.
Oh, does it involve an acorn?
Kids get screwed up in this world, but go ahead.
Does it involve an acorn?
I want to share. I have one more headline. So go ahead.
It's quick. It's real quick. It would take like 2 minutes.
Okay.
So
hang on.
You might want to get the fucking sexy music ready. All right.
Oh shit.
So me and my wife,
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Locker Room Podcast.
We decide,
oh,
kids, we only got a few minutes. Let's get down.
Yeah.
So we proceed. Intercourse takes place.
Oh.
And we proceed to finish.
He did.
Yeah, we started
very clinical.
All right.
Okay. We started intercourse, and we were going at it. Bam, bam. Thank you, man. And then I get ready, and I'm like, oh,
stop.
You're good. I'm good. Blech. And I go.
What?
Right?
That's
Yeah, it's fucking.
Okay, because the way you just described it, you pitched it like you fucking threw up, like you fucking gave her the
Oh,
coffee
that's coming.
sweater.
That's coming.
Oh,
oh,
Oh, it's going sideways real quick
go
from
ahead.
here. So
you,
we
you
get,
asked for it,
she
Marco.
finishes, I finish, right? Of course, I'm gonna finish. I don't give a fuck about her.
Right.
I love my wife. I love you. But so
So
we
you got that
finish
toy, right?
and
I'm
and
good.
so
You got
I'm
that
like,
toy
all right,
though,
we're
right?
cool, we're done. And I stand up, fucking just got done, and
Mhm.
she turns around and goes, "Bleh," and
Oh.
burps. We had just eaten steak. Let me fucking tell you, dude. That hit me like that. I was like, I fucking puked so hard on the floor.
The guy with the weak ass gag
outside.
reflex gets thrown up on after sex, and you think he's not going to throw
No.
up?
She burped in my
Well, she burped
mouth.
apparently. Right.
In my fucking
Oh,
mouth.
in your
dude.
mouth.
I tasted her fucking food
Oh my-
instantaneously. I vomited so fucking hard onto the floor. I was like, fuck you, I'm not cleaning it. I finished drying off. And then I was like, you know what? And she's like, you're such a baby. And I fucking opened the door, wet ass farted in there. I was like, closed it, fucking continued to get dressed. And then I ended up cleaning up my own vomit.
Marco.
Nothing sounds like a fantastic fucking sex session, you know what I'm saying, like a fuck fest, than throwing up wet farts, you know what I'm saying, and then cleaning up your throw up afterwards. I'm just gonna
Can we make
Burped in your
can you open
mouth.
the book?
stand by.
I need you to open the book.
By the way, I had a
we
client.
need to
One
make a
of-
new rule.
One of my clients that is also a avid listener. Shout out to him, by the way. I was like, I hear the shuffling in the background. Is there a book? I'm like, yeah, there's a fucking book. Can you see the book? I'm like, no, you can't see the book. The book is here. Trust me. Look, a pen in my hand. Pen.
Okay.
Right. Book. Go.
So let it be written. So let it be done.
Yeah.
Chuck is no longer allowed to tell sex stories without them being vetted prior to the show by at least 2 members of the podcast.
I agree.
That's
Okay.
can't. I'm not listening.
2
That shit-
members
So fucking gross, dude.
of cast.
Oh,
Well, if you want to know,
Got it. All right.
if you want to know why kids are fucked up, you want to know why kids are fucked up.
Because they listen to us and they
Headline
have
for
to
you.
put up with that kind of stuff.
One sentence, boys. In this one sentence, I can tell you exactly what's wrong with our society.
Go on.
Son of OnlyFans model admits he films content for her.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Are you fucking kidding me? What
Well-
the fuck is wrong with these fucking...
Wait, hold on.
Margo, there's
You-
no defending this.
Your Honor. First and foremost, what kind
Fuck,
of
she's
okay? He
hot.
look. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a bell. That's
She's
a bell
banging,
tower.
dude. That's his mom?
That's a bell tower motherfucker right
Oh,
there.
dude, she
Listen.
clearly had it when she was like 14.
Oh, she's hot.
I'm saying is the content as far as like, is it just like pictures of her
Wanna
like
get
you
into
know, like,
No, it's not
She's
pictures.
like getting railed by other men.
Yes.
oh come
Oh,
on.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, mom, you're doing great.
Failure or for
Yeah.
making a fucking bill.
Put your legs behind your head. Yeah, you just get that position's great. Oh my god, dude. I cannot imagine.
Hey mom, can you open up to the camera a little bit? Oh no, come
Oh
on.
fuck. Oh god. Oh,
So
she's hot.
here's the thing. I
She's like next door neighbor hot.
I read about this, and apparently
Wow.
that keywords like mom and sister
Right.
and stepmom and
Stepmom is a big one.
stepdad
Yeah.
are keywords that people are searching on internet sites now.
Right. Stepsister.
And while there is nothing, I guess, legally or genetically wrong with stepmom and stepsister and stepdad and stepbrother, can we all just agree it's gross?
100%.
Can we just agree it's gross?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Is this still part of the whole love is love movement?
No, motherfucker. He's set up for failure.
Because
what the
Or
fuck?
becoming the number one porn like director and producer. You know. in the world.
Imagine on your resume, that's on your resume.
yeah, I mean,
Filming my mom fuck other men for money.
like, this is where we're at. This is where we're at.
It's not okay. This is not okay.
I accidentally walked in on my parents once, and it scarred me for life. I can't imagine voluntarily filming anything involving any member of my family, let alone, I mean, hell, I can't even imagine the guys that are married to porn stars and are like, yeah, my wife,
Right.
gets railed on camera for money, but she brings the good stuff home to me.
Yeah, most of those guys are in the fucking in the industry
for money.
She brings
But-
that beef and cheddar home from Arby's, dude, all beat up and fucking with horsey sauce all over it.
Yeah. So, like, I know I'm the old-fashioned guy on the show. I get it. I understand that I am the fuddy-duddy on the show. That is my lot in life. I have accepted that. I have been the fuddy-duddy in our friend group for years. I have been the one that, like, has been, lame, for lack of a better word, for a good part of my life.
You did get stiff as you got older.
So she said,
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Stiff. Hey.
Hey,
now.
I don't feel like I'm that far out. I don't.
Well, this is next level fucking wrongness. You know what I'm saying? This
Yeah,
is like
that's not
beyond the
right.
scope. Like, this is pegging at a solid 10 of just no. This is like rolling up a newspaper, bopping the motherfuckers in the nose, spraying them with water, and just yelling no.
Right.
There's no really excusing this. Unless, okay.
oh my
Well,
God.
okay. So I have some things I'm going to tease for next week. First of all, those of you that are going to listen to Locker Room on Monday, you're going to hear me talk about how Matt was here. Clearly, Matt was not here. So excuse me, because we thought Matt was here. Or War Stories on Monday. But I will say this. War Stories on Monday is a fucking banger.
Are you
good.
guys going to talk about the acorn?
We already did that last
You,
Monday.
you talked about the acorn of death?
Last Monday. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Dude.
The acorn heard around the
Okay.
world.
Fuck,
Should we
dude.
have you back on to just discuss the acorn?
Bro, let me tell you, man. I was like, we always heard about the squirrels. The squirrels are watching.
Yeah.
The squirrels are
Birds
doing
aren't
this.
real.
The squirrels are shifty. You know what I'm saying? Squirrels aren't real. They're fucking agents. They're robots. I don't know, man. This is a pretty good argument. This is like some tinfoil hat shit. Some flat earth shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, so
Oh, I
that's
wanted to
that's
talk
another
about
thing we were
flat
going to
Earth,
talk
bro.
about with Matt.
What?
When Matt gets here, we're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about flat Earth shit,
I have
and
hope
we
for
are
that.
going to talk about this video. Can I share the video
Yes.
I want to talk about with Matt?
go. Put it up.
Okay, okay. Because this is the video I was going to put up today.
Is it that mom's porn video with her son as the director?
No, it is not. No. No.
Hey, mom, can
No.
you look to the left a little bit, please?
Just stop it, Chuck. No, Bad
you
Chuck.
think your meat
you're
curtains
not
and
even drunk
open
tonight.
over
You're no.
Oh, it's
Okay.
so bad.
Hey,
There you
mom, before you take that dick, can you can you make sure that you switch the laundry over? I saw this video.
Right. So you see this video, right? This
Yeah.
girl is doing some shit at the gym. We'll have the audio when we do it, but this girl's doing some shit at the gym, and the guy confronts her. He's like,
Calls her out.
"What the fuck are you doing?"
Thirst trap video.
He basically shames her at the gym. He's like, "I know what you're doing. You're not working out. You're fucking making porn at the gym." Don't do
Thirst
that.
trap video. She was making a fucking thirst trap video.
He's 100%
That's
making a video.
Yep.
And he calls her out on it.
Yeah.
And her reaction, or she posts the video as if like,
Of course.
can you
Appalled.
believe how toxic it is at the gym and how men
Of
can be
course.
bitch.
Get the fuck out of here.
So I learned a new term.
Go ahead.
304.
304?
304.
What was 304?
Yeah. I didn't know this either. Apparently men on the internet
Mhm.
are learning the term 304, and a 304 or a girl with 304 energy or a girl who is a 304 is for the streets.
Grammy, right?
Because when you take 304 and you type it into a calculator and you turn it upside down, it spells hoe.
Okay. That's some old school pager shit, man. Damn.
I respect, but here's the thing. If you call a girl a 304, immediately, boom, you are an incel.
Okay.
Oh, incel. So we're going to have to talk about at what point
like a
are
Joey
you
Swoll
allowed, at what point are you allowed to call women out for hoe behavior and say a hoe is a hoe is a hoe is a hoe?
I mean, it's gonna get back to that. I mean, the whole putting your head down and and just taking the shame thing is coming to a fucking quick end, man. Because I mean, they're getting called out more and more. You know what I'm saying? Like people are getting called out more and more and more, and that bullshit. As far as like oh, keep it pushing. Like that one chick is like, no one needs to keep it pushing. The guy like, she took off her top. Like she took off her top. She was exercising. Took off her top, and the guy glanced over for and the chick. Somebody broke it down. They played at a regular speed, and then she posted in slow down speed, right? You know what I'm saying? Like slow motion, close up of the guy turning and like looking, glancing at her and then looking back. It's like, okay, she purposely zoomed in and did the slow motion to make sure that you saw that he looked at her.
Right.
Let's take a look at this look in like real speed. He sped it up to real speed. And it was like the guys went, that's it. Like,
right. He glanced
a second, like less than a fucking glance, right? And it's like, and all of a sudden she's like, "You need something? You need something?" You know what I'm saying? Like, can I help you? Yeah, I thought so. And that's when she got fucking kicked out of the. It's like,
not to mention these women are pulling up their yoga pants to the point where they have more than a camel toe. They have a moose knuckle like a guy.
Right.
Dude, here's one. Oh my god.
Here's one. This is an actual post that says, some of y'all aren't ready to hear this, but it's transphobic for gynecologists not to treat pre-op trans femme patients under HRT. My girl dick is as much a feminine organ that my body treats just like a vagina as the next girl and deserves specific women-oriented healthcare.
Listen, to quote a fucking 6-year-old, a bullshit.
bullshit. A bullshit.
What? Like I'm lucky that I'm at the age now where I get to start saying, I'm old enough not to care, and if I do care, I get to look at you and say, you're fucking crazy. You're crazy. You're like that shit is bananas. BANANAS.
No one's drinking the Kool-Aid with you,
right?
And you're not going to be able to.
Not no one. Unfortunately, not no one.
Well, here's the thing: is the majority of people are not fucking falling asleep, not fucking drinking the Kool-Aid. And like you want that's the hill you want to die on. I think I'm old enough to the point where I'm just like, you go live that life and see how you feel 20 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Like see what 20 years from now. Go ahead, Chuck.
I'm still caught on this femdick thing. So these person
we'll save it for next week.
Oh fuck. All right.
Because this is the other shit we're going to talk about. So this month, this is an actual tweet. So this month, for the first time, my OnlyFans bill was more than my rent. Ally achievement unlocked. Hashtag sex work is real work. Hashtag pay for your porn. Hashtag feminist. Hashtag OnlyFans. This guy considers himself a feminist because his rent was less than his OnlyFans bill.
I'm gonna tell you straight out that as a man speaking for a cast of men here, you're a fucking idiot. There's no fucking reason. Yes, there's no fucking reason. No. He's paying for his bill. He has paid out more in OnlyFans than his rent. His rent's $1,000. He's paid at least like $1,001 to his OnlyFans, right?
Just Google their fucking screen name. You'll fucking see all the leaks.
All right. Here we go.
Ridiculous.
It's time to do it.
Oh,
Let's do it.
Oh, my God.
Boys. Hey there. I'm Jordan, a 32-year-old born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, yeah.
Music, shoes, and diving into fantasy and romance novels.
And meth.
They're what keep my world spinning. Always thirsty for knowledge, I aim to learn something new every day, dreaming of traveling someday, but currently stuck in a tough spot, fighting for my freedom for a crime I didn't commit.
A bullshit.
Seeking an understanding and loving pen pal who can shine some light into this lovely dark place I'm in.
Pause. Pen pal.
Yes. Nearly 3 years down, I yearn for stability and someone who's willing to be there emotionally, mentally, and even financially.
Of course.
If interested, drop me a message in my inbox.
There it is.
Jordan, inmate number 5140. I'm not going to read the rest.
Right.
Clark County Department of Corrections. Ready?
No, fuck that. Let's read it. Let's get people to message her.
Oh, okay.
And get the responses.
Inmate number. Okay, boys. You know the drill. Inmate number 5140706, Clark County Department of Corrections, -115, P.O. Box 43059, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89116. To put money, pay direct.com, icaregifts.com for Jordan Monahan. If you want to help Duckface McGee here, pay for Skittles. By the way, Skittles my ass. The girls in the jail where I worked once made a communal dildo out of Jolly Ranchers.
That's impressive.
They literally got it confiscated.
And disgusting,
It was a communal dildo out of Jolly Ranchers that they had softened up with their saliva. Okay.
Must have been
By the way, what's up with the fucking Maleficent eyebrows? I'm just saying.
I don't know. Okay, here we go. You ready?
Man.
Check with a fucked her.
Wonder how many COs are fucking her.
Okay.
Probably get them out.
Here we go.
Probably get them out. She's turning tricks
Probably
in
a
there.
couple.
She don't need the money.
Sure. I watch Orange is the New Black.
My name is Sherry. I am 44 years young, and I have 3 boys. I am in Dayton Correctional Institute,
What the fuck did you tap into?
and I am currently enrolled in some college classes. I have less than them a year.
Mhm.
Before I am to be released. I will be living in Columbus, Ohio upon release, and then hopefully transfer my post-release control. That's called parole, bitch.
Mhm.
To North Florida, where my sister lives. Of course she does. Of course she lives in the Florida Panhandle. Of course she does. I am creative and artistic and full of life. I love animals and enjoy going on adventures,
And
looking
penis.
for good friends, and open to the possibility of finding love. Homegirl took her picture on her cell block.
She's on the cell block
fuck,
selling that
dude.
booty.
Look at that ass. Oof. Oh, you crazy.
That bitch gonna stab you.
Boys.
Damn.
Oh,
What
That's the
fuck?
best pick out of the trailer park. You know what I'm saying? That is prime choice at the truck stop.
I love the pictures.
what?
It would have been better if the fucking guard was in the back, like,
I know, huh? Photobombing, the guards in the back photobombing her. The fucking
Dude.
institutional light is just fantastic, dude.
what?
Nothing lights up a scene like fucking those 8-foot fucking not neons, what are they called?
Okay,
Yeah,
here we go.
fluorescence?
Fuck, dude, that's horrible.
Dude.
In
All
more
right.
ways than one.
This is Shelly, 33. Legit looking for a husband and male role model for my 3 kids.
I'm out.
They all have different dads.
Of course.
I'm twice divorced. By the
Mm,
way, 3 kids, twice divorced.
twice
So at least
divorced,
one
3
of those
kids.
kids is not. She was
Yeah.
not married. At least one.
Right. Yeah.
Temporarily have an OnlyFans.
Of course.
And no, I don't want to make content with you. I'm blunt, forthcoming, and only available every other weekend for now.
Every other
I
weekend.
regularly work out and get tattoos. Medicated for my alphabet of mental health shit. Thank God. 5'7", must be 6 foot to get on this ride.
I get that.
I'm here for a long time, not
Mhm.
for a good time.
Mm.
If all that's cool, swipe. If not, for the love of God, swipe left.
Is she?
I'm a
food?
Taurus. I have children, and I want more. Ladies and gentlemen,
No, she's
That's
not.
all you get. That's all
What?
you get from Shirley. That's all you get. She only built.
There's nothing more.
First of all, she has the dumbass cow piercing that only farmers enjoy on bovines. Like,
And she's got the septum piercing like super fucking tight. So you just
Yeah.
see like black boogers hanging out, and then a black ring
yeah,
right next to it. You know,
right.
Yeah, problems.
Yeah.
she's
All
a
right.
circular.
Let's see who we have left. Oh man, there's so many to choose from, and I don't remember which ones are the best and which ones are the worst. But I just love bringing these to you guys. One more,
Oh my god.
or do you want to do a couple of big jokes before we leave? One more.
Hit it one more.
All right, here we go.
Mhm.
Oh gosh. This is a very short one. I'll save that for when we have a longer one. Let's see. Oh, man, these are so fucked up.
Isn't that what we're looking for?
Yeah, okay. This is the shortest one I can find to close us out.
All right,
Okay.
take us there.
I'm going to read it before I post it because it's too short to even bother. It says, Joy, 27, quote, threesomes, mother and daughter, 1 hour for $49 and all night for $149. Reserve
cheap.
me.
Way cheap.
Joy, 27. Threesomes, mother and daughter threesomes, $49 for an hour, all night for $150.
That's actually really fucking cheap.
That's really cheap.
Bitch,
You have a
mother and daughter threesomes. Are you missing? You're so
Not
fucking
my daughter.
focused on the price. Are you missing that she is offering mother and daughter threesomes?
$50 for 1 hour? $49 for 1 hour?
Is there a picture of the daughter?
Maybe that is the daughter. That's the scary part.
Probably.
Just bag the other one with a fucking.
I hope that's the daughter because if she's 27, that means the daughter would be like 8.
Definitely got to be the daughter.
It's
Dude,
got to be the daughter.
2
Mom's
weeks
probably some fucking. Hey, how you doing? Type of fucking nasty bitch from the trailer.
large Marge from the fucking truck stop.
Oh fuck, bro.
Okay, guys. Last week I was stopping on my way to work to get gas, and a drink, and there's a couple gas stations that line up right before my work. The first one is right between two hotels, like two hotel motels, like right next to downtown, right off downtown. I pull in, normal, get my drink, pay for my stuff. Go to turn around and it's a young woman, won't say lady, but a young woman right there waiting, to check out. I was like, and the way they have this place set up is really tight corner. So, I'm sorry, I almost bumped into her. She's like, oh, hey, it's okay, we can just go together. And I was like, oh yeah, I already paid for my stuff, but it's all good. She's like, oh, you on your way back to work? I said, no, actually on my way to work to start my shift. And I looked down at her tattoo like here on her chest, and I was like, oh, I recognize the tattoo. Don't recognize the face, recognize the tattoo. Like, yeah, I didn't do that tattoo, but I did another tattoo on her. So she goes, oh, okay, cool. You there all night? I'm like, well, I'm there until till 10 o'clock until I'm off. She's like, oh, yeah, cool. Hey, I remember you did this tattoo for me. I do massages. So here, take down my number and hit me up, and we can take care of you. Maybe get tattooed. So it's like, all right, cool. So like, quickly, not to be rude on my phone because it's a client that I've tattooed before. So I went ahead and hit my phone, and I hit Google as opposed to text message.
Oh,
I
no.
did, right? So I hit Google, and I put the phone number on. And I was like, "This is your phone number?" She's like, "Yeah, good." And I went and closed the screen. So I closed the screen, get to the shop, start my day, blah blah blah. Go to my phone. I'm like, open up my phone. I'm like, oh shit, that's a Google page. I better send her a text message. Save her number. Blah blah. See if she wants to get more tattooed. And I noticed that Google did the automatic partial fill based on her number.
Oh, the predictive text. Yeah.
Yes, and it's all escorts, San Antonio, escort, Austin, escort. I was like, oh no. I was like, oh, massages, huh? I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. Okay, so when Matt gets here, we're gonna have to unpack hoe culture because we've gone from
trade.
We've gone from
Yes.
women's lib to sexual liberation to free love to hookup culture to fucking normalize hoe culture, to normalize incest. We're I don't know what's next. I don't know what's next, but we'll talk about it next week, hopefully.
Bestiality.
Yeah. Oh God, stop. Please don't. Please.
Donkey shows.
I think I would normalize bestiality before I would normalize incest.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna put this
Whoa.
out there before you play us out, right? I'm gonna put this out there. Think about this. We have said everything's crazy. We said this is fucking nuts.
No,
this is fucking crazy. This is nuts. This is fucking crazy, right? Is it too far-fetched to think that somewhere around a fucking dark, twisted corner, someone who identifies as a donkey, see where I'm going with this? Someone who identifies as a donkey or a fucking mule, right, winds up like finding their life mate with a real fucking donkey, and does their own version of Tijuana. I'm just saying, at this point in time,
problem. If nothing is wrong, then everything's fine. Like,
And then they die by getting their fucking colon impaled by that fucking horse dick.
I mean, that's natural selection at that point, bro. At that point, that's natural selection. You know what I'm saying? If you
insides apart.
Listen, hey, you know the ducks do that to chickens? Did you know this? I guess the duck penis is is so much larger than the chicken penis that a duck will fucking rape a chicken. You know what I'm saying? Just like a dolphin status. You know what I'm saying? It was just rape a fucking chicken. Be like, come here, clucker, motherfucking clucker, and just like tear the insides up, and the chicken winds up dying a couple days later from being busted out.
Whole new meaning.
on their chicken duck rape, we're out.
That's right. Dude, you think of that next time you go to Popeyes.
Horses, dude.
I'm just saying, Popeyes.